Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in Minecraft. Today we're going to pick up where we left off on the Mushroom Island. We've got mushrooms to clear, beacons to lay, and some plans to make. And I've got some sci-fi options and some ideas that I want to try to explore. Maybe try to map out a footprint here and there. I don't know if I'm going to get to designing the storage yet or not, or at least leave room for it. I don't know if I'm going to do everything all in one building or not, but we're going to at least leave space for that. More space is probably better than less. If nothing else, we can always dig something under the ground. I also want to think about where I want to put a rocket farm and what that might look like. So that's going to be the first farm I think we attempt to make. I also installed a new mod. It's called Sound Controller. It's very similar to the Extreme Sound Muffler, but I thought the interface was a lot simpler. And I'll show what that does. And it's a way to kind of quiet specific sounds in the game, which is really cool. And I also installed a new resource pack from Vanilla Tweaks. The previous one was not working. I'm not sure why it wasn't working. I just re-downloaded everything and installed them, and they seem to be working fine. My connected glass texture still doesn't seem to work with Fusion, so I'm not sure how to fix that. My texture pack seems to be giving a flag saying it's not compatible with 1.21.10, but it should be. So I don't know how to fix that yet. So it's on the list of updating and making sure that things are all working. Really what I should do is I should separate my texture packs and have a sci-fi texture pack for this zone and a medieval texture pack for the West Hill area, and then have the server load them depending on where we are. I just don't know how to do that yet. So that's all on the docket for, you know, the spare time that I don't have. So hope everyone's having a good day so far. We're starting the stream at 9 o'clock in the morning. As I mentioned yesterday, we're going to try to do that from now on. Goonie Katie, hello, welcome in. Cosmic Dancer, good to see you. I know we've catched you on your lunch break now. Caught you on your lunch break. Dan Grice, hello, and Moira, all hanging out in chat. Bubbles is back. Bubbles, I see that you made it into the Discord. That's awesome. Very, very cool. So, we are going to flip over to game, where it's raining, but you'll notice that the Happy Ghast is much quieter. There is still some ambient noise, but you may not even be able to hear it on the stream. Nor would you be able to hear it over the rain, probably. But if we go to the mods and we go to Sound Controller, very easy to see. It's a note block with a music note on it. And it's really simple. You can control these sliders by just dragging them up and down. You can test to see if the sound is at the volume that you want. You can reset it to default, and you can also search. So by searching for the Happy Ghast, you can see that I have the Happy Ghast ambient noise down to 5%. The only thing I would say is that if you lower it to like 25 or 30, it doesn't seem to make a difference. It doesn't seem to make a difference to my ear until you get well under 10%. So the scale is a little bit strange. But if I turn this up, you should be able to hear that. Go up to like 200%. You can probably hear the one flying around in front of me. And if I take it all the way down to, say, 30, it's quieter, but I find that I'm honestly going to turn it all the way off because I don't want to listen to it. Because it doesn't change the distance. That's the thing with the Extreme Sound Muffler mod. You can change the distance at which you can hear something as well as the volume, which I think was cool, but the interface looked terrible. So this is just a pretty simple way of dealing with it. We'll test it out when we go to the donut farm, because I want to do that first as well. I want to get some, I want to repair the pickaxe and get some levels. Although maybe I should wait to do that until after I dig the next beacon hole. Yeah, maybe we'll wait. Maybe we'll wait. Sword, shield, bow, and arrow. And I guess I can put these back. It's nice and quieted here. I like it. So much better. I guess I'll bring... I won't need a stack of stone. We've got the beacons in here. I should add the iron. And frog lights. I have to go get more frog lights. Don't let me forget to get more frog lights when we go to the farm. We'll stop by Dartmouth Meadows and buy some more frog lights. I think that's all I need. So we've got 2 beacons up here. I think I should probably expand to the west. Probably the best way to do it. So we've got a dark blue one there and there. So we'll put another one over this way. The boxes that you see rendering are the boxes for the beacons. I don't know why this one isn't rendering. It's really weird. It's not being consistent with the rendering. Or maybe it's because when you're inside it, you can't see it. Right, so I think I'm going to go in line with this one. But I have to be careful because it wasn't the right number. I can't remember if this one was in line. Not. We'll double check it. Might as well put in some blocks too. It's nice and quiet here, you know, cue thunder. Exactly. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 50. So this is in the wrong spot. Which makes sense because I think that beacon over there was in the wrong spot. So then we can do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And rather than count, we can just hold the number in our inventory. So it should be 49 from there, so this needs to be 48. I'm probably going to double check that just to be sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So the next beacon will go in line with this. We just have to figure out where it is here. That looks right. Wait a minute. Is that the right spot? No. No, it should be twice as far away. Crap. Never mind. Am I sick of the sight of Mycelium? I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's kind of neutral. It doesn't. I'm not looking at it as something I have to deal with. I'm looking at it as something I will eventually cover over. So I'm not really too worried about it. Miss Kirby, you probably couldn't hear it at all at 30 because of the way that Twitch and OBS work together to duck some stuff, which is a problem. I find that the true volume that I hear is not what you hear. Despite the fact that I've got Minecraft turned up by 5.5 decibels, it still comes in as quieter than me. Which is what I want, but it's not at a scale that makes sense. If that statement makes sense. So that was 49 from that one. I don't want it to be 49. I want it to be... that's 50. I want another 49 going this way. Don't really want to draw that out. Plus I don't have any smooth stone. I guess I could always smelt some smooth stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Feel like that's right. I will eventually have to move these anyway, and once they're actually set up, moving the lower part is not that bad. Mikatu, hello, how's it going? That's fun. Looks like I've been here already. Yeah, we're really close to the other cave. That's good. It means there won't be many distractions. We can just probably place the beacon and be done with it. Oh, unless we hit water. That almost worked. I think I'm going to do better at collecting this stuff when I start to see it. Although copper is... there's a lot to collect sometimes. We will definitely need redstone, though. At least it wasn't lava. Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely being more careful. For example, I can hear lava. Where? It's when you open up into the side that's a real problem. I'm not worried about dropping into lava. I'm worried about lava coming in from the side. That's what happened last time. There's bedrock. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to use a frog light for light instead of a torch, is because at least I could use the frog light to block something. Which I think was a mistake I made last time. I don't really remember. I'm definitely hearing some lava off to my left, though. So I'll have to be careful. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're nicer to look at, I agree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Well, I know this takes a while, but I feel like it does benefit us in the long term, especially if I'm going to be erecting large structures and potentially making mistakes and having to tear them down. I think having haste will make all of that stuff a lot easier. It's not something I did very much in West Hill. I didn't use beacons very often. Maybe for the wall, I think when I had to move the wall, I would set up a temporary beacon. I like the wall around the town. One of the things that I find can make mining less tedious is if you can find a mining speed for the block where you're either walking, running, or sneaking. And if you can sneak without having to stop, I find that stutter stepping is the more annoying thing about mining. But if you don't have to do it, then it's a lot easier. Some tricky redstone. Is that just not coming back up? Oh, there's a hole there. Going into sneaking position is way more convenient. Yeah. I think the most fun I had is having like a speed 2 beacon and a speed potion mining sand in our mining desert. Like, it is fun and fast. It takes the tedium out of mining because you feel like you're just blitzing through all kinds of stuff. Still getting some weird render flashes from our shader pack though. When the blocks break, there's like a little flash. It's got something to do with either one of the mods or the shader pack. That didn't take too long. We really only have the 2 beacons left to place. Oh, I didn't bring any glass. That's all right. Yeah, the mining on the sand part is really fun. Crap, I don't want to die here. That was close. Where am I? Back on the ground. Be careful, I guess. Now, I guess we'll see if I did the math right. Math, I mean counting, I guess would be the better way to say it. I guess this is just not going to give us a box. Well, crap. Yeah, some of these are rendering at different heights and stuff. It's weird. Well, I guess it's going to render as far as it goes, but yeah, odd. I might have put that in the wrong spot. Yeah, I did. Crap. All right, well, we'll put the other one, I guess, in the other direction. Because we are probably going to mine out the, what's it called? Trial chamber. Yeah, I guess we'll expand this way. Real Tropical. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. How'd you find the stream? Are you considering using the spawners in the Citadel? What do you mean? The mob spawners? How's the mushroom biome that big? Large biomes? Nope. I don't think so. I don't think we have large biomes turned on. No, it just happens to be a very large mushroom island. Where am I? Almost there. All right, that's in line with that. I think we're off by 1. Yep. All right, so I'll put it in the right place this time. I guess the good news is while we dig this, we'll actually have haste, which is a little tricky going down, but will be helpful at deep slate. I never thought about that. It might be almost like you want to put beacons down before you mine your beacons. I'm wondering if the raw copper blocks could come in handy as like a fun texture to work with later on. So we'll kind of keep those handy. There's a lush cave we've already been in. I would like to leave these open, but at the same time, it provides a lip that you can kind of catch on as you're flying out. I was doing a little bit of research on fuel, and I think bamboo planks are going to be my go-to for fuel. I can hear something moving around out there. Yeah, I guess if we have haste here for the deep slate, it'll be a little bit faster. I don't know the math on it. Does it make it twice as fast to mine deep slate? I feel like yes. Oh, I guess I should check to see that it was already in there. Yes. A little bit less to dig. Yeah, we're just adding on some beacons. It's gonna be a sci-fi area. When I'm done placing this beacon, you'll get a good look at the top of the island. I think that's what got me into trouble before, was I hit some tough and I went through it a lot faster. I feel like we want to be at, yeah, above bedrock. Okay. So this is where I want it to be. I think. Yes. Oh yeah, this will go a lot faster, especially if there's tough. Nice. Every time I've found diamonds? Yeah, 100%. Yep. We've absolutely found diamonds every time. Not that I need them, but I will not worry about it. I feel like better to have them and then figure out a use for them later. Oh, I've lost haste. I guess I have to be just, must be just at a range. If I go over here, do I get it back? Yes. Yay. So much faster. We lucked out with this one. I wonder if there's an easier way with Mini HUD to place like several different markers and just be able to map out like mathematically where you want to put stuff. I don't know whether that's going to be easier with like Manica or whether it'd be easier with Mini HUD. Oh, this is so much easier with haste. Oops. Must be out. Iron? Nope. Mint refresh. Yes, the town of East Tunnel prepared for 4 years. What are we talking about? Oh, for Bar Basilisk. Foo Bar Basilisk. Ask if this was East Tunnel. No, we're on the west. We're on the west side there. Nice try though. I'm happy to not be placing beacons for another little while, that's for sure though. Not the most interesting or exciting thing. Especially when you get it wrong. I was looking at someone's comment on Spotify, I think, and uh-oh, there it is. They were talking about how it would be cool if we made beacons out of different materials, we could get different effects. So rather than it just being the precious blocks, like imagine making beacons out of frog lights, and that would then illuminate a certain area and keep it mob free. And I think that's an interesting idea because frog lights are not the easiest thing to get. Like they're not hard, but you have to have nether access. You have to put in some legwork, you know, to get it done. Right, I think that's it. Now, can we get out of here and not die? Just need a piece of glass. Good. So obviously that's in the wrong spot because these are going to overlap. Either way, we've got lots of beacon power now. Canadian Jen, how's it going? If you build a beacon of netherite bricks or blocks, you get a status effect called Regret. Or Pixel Rifts. Pixel Rifts Regrets. That would be a fun data pack to add, actually. All right, I know I'm going to need more of these smooth stones, so let's smelt some of this stuff. Try 2 stacks, maybe. Really, I've got another stack of stone in here. Well, that's full. I only have the few levels. I wish your crafting interface would show up even when you're in this inventory. I feel like having a crafting interface here would be very, very helpful. I think that would be a very cool thing to have. Right, so there's 2 stacks. This was a temporary road idea I had. Are these things still cruising around? I think they are. See if that's going to be enough. This still doesn't have fuel in it for some reason. Well, it looks like it's working. Canadian Gen, always more coffee. More coffee is always the answer. I installed the texture pack that changes the fungi into 3D, which I like. Nope. Need to do another box of those. We go through so much coal. I say go through it. It's not like we really need it, but it's fun to collect. I find it really helpful in a pinch when you're out somewhere where you don't have access to like your super smelter or whatever it is to have a certain amount of coal on hand. We could probably dedicate a box to copper ore, honestly. Spread things out a little bit. I had someone on YouTube compliment me on my storage system. It's like, I'm not sure how much of a storage system this is. I'm just manually storing things in shulker boxes. I'm glad we brought back a whole shulker box full of iron, though. We took at least 9 or 10 stacks to make the beacons. Before I go anywhere, I'm going to need some food. Right, off to the farm.
All right, Cosmic, I'll tell him. Stop hitting me. Joel, Cosmic said it's break time. Jeez, I am a highly sophisticated, intelligent robot, and this is what I am reduced to.
The dramatic pause inside of Claptrap's TTS sticker is just fantastic. Thank you, Cosmic, for these TTS sticker and the break reminder. Folks, those are on the stream. If you want to click the panel, it should be somewhere on, probably like right underneath me, and just comb through some of the stickers. We've got some fun sci-fi ones, some robots and Star Wars related stuff, and Claptrap, of course, from Borderlands. But thank you very much for the support, Cosmic, and the chuckle. Claptrap is always a favorite. So we get to experiment with more of the sound controller before I go on a break. We are going to get some levels while I'm on a break, but I'm also going to not have to turn down the sounds for everything. I'm going to be able to find the minecart sound, I think, as well as the zombie piglin sound. So first things first, let's go with zombified. I can turn them all down to like 2%. I still want to be able to hear them. Maybe we'll go 5. We just don't want it to be completely overbearing. That is so easy. Oh my gosh. And then the other one is minecart. Inside underwater riding. So it's that one. So now I don't have to turn down all of the sounds. I can just use this one. That's great. Oh, did I put my sword? Crap. I put my sweeping edge sword away in the other thing. That's no good. Do I have a sword here? I don't. That sucks. What do I have? I could make a sword. Or I could just use the axe. Sweeping edge is really the key. Whoops. Alright, well. I have... There was no sticks in here either, was there? No. Alright. Looks like we just punch them. We'll see how many levels I get. Probably won't be much. Oh. None at all. Does it have to be a weapon? Yes. This is going to be very, very slow. Probably not going to work at all. But I need to take a break. So we'll just kind of see how far this goes. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Well, because we've got mending on the axe and the pickaxe, that really didn't do a heck of a lot. Repaired the tool in the way that I wanted, but we're not really getting much for levels. So we will pop over to the Ender while we are down here. And that should probably get us the levels that we need. We'll get a little bit of gold from here, but without the sweeping edge sword, this is not really the most efficient. Yeah, and we only got nuggets, no ingots at all. That's fine. We will make it up at the Ender. We just won't have as much gold. And if memory serves, I have a sweeping edge sword that I left at the Ender. That should be pretty good. Hey, Blast Jordan, how's it going? We never did get around to putting a proper decoration around the gold farm. Most of the nether isn't decorated. One of the things that's on the server to-do list is decorating the exterior of the nether hub. We never got around to it. Like, this is our portal of the end. Like, very unceremonial, right? Here we go down. This is one of those builds that could be revamped with frog lights too. Those are all, I think those are all, yeah, prismarine sea lanterns. This is something I could do a lot more of in the sci-fi area too, is having carpets float on string to have them look like little blade structures. That could be kind of fun to do. Be lots of color too. And once again, we can change some sounds. Enderman Ambient, Enderman Death. Let's take that down to 5. Take that down to 5. Take that down to maybe 25. That is much more doable. Probably good for that. We're definitely going to need this shovel because I'm probably going to be moving some dirt around today. Now that we've got beacon coverage all over the place. It's funny, the thump of them landing on the bricks is actually louder than the noise that they're making now, which is great. Real Tropical, did I miss a question? Sorry. Is the server single player? No, it's a server. It's just a quiet server. Myself, Cosmic, Alistair, and Steven ESC are probably the only current players. I think Hannah's trying to come back, but she's busy, so. But Megan doesn't play anymore. I don't think MacCast plays anymore. Anna doesn't play anymore. All for good reasons, just like life, school, that kind of stuff. Jobs. This is much slower than the zombified piglin farm, though. No, it's personal invite only. It's just friends of mine. Some of whom are content creators, but like people just dabble. I'm the only full-time content creator, and even then, I would say I'm more of a part-time content creator. I would like to be full-time, but for that, I'd have to have more subs, I would say, or more Patreon support. Where are we for subs? 83? Yeah, I'd have to be up in like the 200 plus subscribers, I think, for me to be able to justify doing this full-time. Right now I stream Tuesday through Friday at 9 a.m. and Saturdays at 1, but I only do 3 hours. If I wanted to do it like a full work day, like 9 to noon, take a lunch break, and then 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, then we'd have to have more support going on. So tell friends. It's really just about numbers. It's just about more eyeballs. Like statistically, if between 5 and 10% of viewers decide to support their favorite streamers, then all you need to do is just increase your base viewers, right? Real Tropical has subscribed to Tier 1. That's amazing. Thanks so much. I hope that didn't sound like I was asking for it. 84. Thank you. You are now number 84. You can now connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts and join the Joel Duggan Discord. So for the length of time that you're subbed, you can go into the Discord and hang out with everybody. There are Minecraft channels, Satisfactory channels, Lego channels, general chat, general video game chat. There's all kinds of cool stuff. I think you will have a very good time. Thanks ever so much for the support. Appreciate it. Especially your first time here. That's awesome. So we'll just get a few levels before we go back, just so I can label shulker boxes as I need to. I find that they bounce and jump around a lot because it's just a giant like falling chamber. So you have to kind of wait for them to stop bouncing for it to be more convenient. I've never been a fast artist either, Blast Jordan. I always take my time with my stuff. You forgot your Discord login reel? Yeah, honestly, I have a passkey. Like, I don't remember it either. I don't even think I know it. I just use my Face ID. Hey, there's a hype train incoming. That's a hype train. 4 minutes, 41 seconds. Thanks so much. I don't know if that started because of you, Real, but thank you. I don't know. I guess so. I know I lowered their criteria because they weren't happening very often. So I lowered the, or I increased the frequency of them. Dalara says I have an app for my passwords. Yeah, I use the Apple Passwords app. Hey, even if I didn't start it, I'm saying I did. There, you're gonna fit right in, real. I think you're gonna fit right in. Remind me, how did you find the stream? Was it through the spawn chunks? All right, don't forget to leave the sword. That's enough of that. There's an elevator to go up somewhere. This should take us right back to the Mushroom Island. Yep. Cool. All right. That was easy. So, now that we've got some power for mining, I want to take a closer look at some of the stuff that I was doing yesterday on the stream. So if I grab this. So these are some of the cool shapes that I was thinking of before. That would be kind of fun. Specifically, I like this one on the top left, but I also really like this one. I mean, they're all pretty cool. This could be really cool for like a Elytra landing bay at the top. That could be kind of fun. I don't know about the circle one. Circle one is not quite what I want to do. But that's pretty fun. I feel like that could be cool for storage because you'd have different wings. But this could also work as well. One thing I want to try though is I want to try and figure out what the footprint might be. I don't want to make it square, but I feel like it could have something like rounded corners. So I loaded up another search on ArtStation, and this caught my eye. I thought this would be fun to look at because there's probably multiple buildings. So very detailed, but the overall shape is pretty fun. Not quite as brutalist as I wanted to go. I'm wondering if we go and check out the profile. Not as much sci-fi as I was hoping. Okay. So I'll keep that in mind though. It was that one. But specifically I was looking for more chunky type builds. I don't know why there's fantasy stuff coming up. Uh-oh. I really don't like that we still get phantoms here. So close to sleeping. There we go. I don't want to lose my 14 levels. Just the one, I guess? A little bit too fancy. Medium, subject matter, architectural concepts. That helped a bit. Certainly no fantasy stuff. So this is grungier than I would go, but that would be a fun thing to try to build in Minecraft. Like you can imagine even using some blue palette and red palette blocks to kind of get the rust and paint and stuff on there. Some of this is really simple. Like these could very much work in Minecraft if people want to do something really simple. I don't know why it's not giving me like an endless scroll. It should. Visualization. Environment usually is a good one. Like I don't think I want to get into pyramids, but they look really cool. See now all of a sudden it's starting to give us fantasy stuff again. I don't know why that search is doing that. That's strange. I remember that one from before. I don't know about triangles. I feel like that's probably going to be difficult to pull off in a way that I would be happy with. Do like stuff like this. I think this could be, you could see how you could maybe like line these with like frog lights. Again, it's angles would be tricky, but I feel like we could do the depth thing is something I really like about that particular piece. And the big broad faces. All right, I think maybe we'll just focus on maybe the base of that building is pretty easy to do. Maybe we could look at something more like that. I'm just going to guess the proportions and dig out the space. So, we established before that I like the idea of having this be tall enough to fly through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be the opening. I would imagine I would want to have, I mean, the height doesn't really matter. It's more about the width of it and how that would look. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I feel like 11 would be better. It might look a little bit nicer. But we did not get 2 stacks to that. So our smelter is not really working the best. I like those proportions a little bit better. So if we think about that as maybe the size of this little door in the corner, and say that's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6 or 7. 1, 5, and then the next one. Just as an example. So 5 would be the whole distance between. So it would go, what did I say that was, 11? 1, probably 13 with the border. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so it's 13 wide. And if we wanted the whole thing to be 7 proportionately, then we would need 39 in that direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we would want that to also be off in the right. So that's not the right. It's going to have to be up here somewhere, because this is also going to have to be proportional. That actually doesn't feel quite so wide. I feel like we could probably go farther than that. Is that 39? I don't think I did that right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's only 29. So it would be 39 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 45 with 1 in the middle. (16, 17, 18, 19, 20). 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But as I said, it needs to be farther north, because we'd want that to be 45 also in this direction. So we'd have to find the center line down here this way and go 45 from the middle here. Now, thankfully, the middle here is pretty easy to see. (15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20). 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just line that up. It would be here. And that, to me, looks like it's in line. So if we go back here, this should, if we go in a diagonal, line up with the corner. Yep. Okay, cool. So we'll start by clearing off those quadrants down to 70. In some places, it's going to be very easy. Mikatu, yes, I've watched the Clone Wars. I've also seen all of the spin-off cartoons, I think. I've watched Bad Batch. I've watched... I feel like there was one... Rebels. I watched Rebels, too. Real, thank you. Yes, I did. I did 29. And this is why we have the beacons. So the easy part now is all we have to do is just draw a line out from the other corner to be able to get here, and it should be fine. I don't have to count again. So that corner bit is over here. I think that's it here. Nope, not the purple. It's the first. This here. So this would be the spot right there. I feel like that looks right. Could probably speed this up as well by using a speed potion. Oh no! Right underneath the villager farm. What's this? Oh, that's the nether portal. Not sure why anybody on the server would need mycelium, but my gosh, do I have a lot of it for you. Thanks for the lurk, Moira. I appreciate it. Need to go get some shulker boxes here. Dirt's full. Sure, mycelium is going to be close to full. And while we're back here, we'll grab some potions. Oh, not from that chest we won't. I should grab full shulker boxes of each potion. Now that we've got shulker boxes to spare, it'd be a lot easier. Zoom, zoom. Kind of hard on the eyes, but it's fast. Maybe a little bit easier if we do one road at a time. Yeah. Sort of feel like a reverse 3D printer. I feel like the volume is changing. I guess it stacks. If you're only doing one block at a time, it's not as loud. I guess we'd also just do this. I don't remember what this was for, so we're just going to take it down. I'm not a perfectionist. I don't know what you're talking about. Probably gonna have to move that nether portal at some point. Or we could incorporate it into a door. Where we feel the door could be. Well, that's full. I think that was already pretty full to start with. Silvery, how's it going? It feels good to be finally breaking some ground and just trying to visualize what might be possible here. I might just do like 1/4 at a time, just so that we don't waste time either digging out more than we need to, or digging out less than we need to. I think the other half is done, isn't it? Yeah. We just have to move what would be potentially the gate. I would say it probably also would be higher as well, because I'm thinking this is going to have... Oh no, I missed a slice here. Got that wrong. Okay, so we're probably going to think about having at least a 2-block deep road. So I feel like a plan for something at least 2 blocks tall. It might be deeper than that. So here is the edge. So 2 blocks, and then that's where our door will be. Potentially. Just like a rough draft. I think that's right. Nope, 1 high. Having that camera mod for quick checks like that is so good. Just can't reach it. So if I was to do this, I feel like instead of having a square corner, I would probably have something that would be more chamfered. And so what I'll do is I'll probably remove some of, well, I guess we just go on top of it, couldn't we? That'd be the easiest thing. So let's go with 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to want to remove some of this. And I'm using a stone just because it's easy to remove with the beacon if we need to make some changes. Oh, that's not nearly big enough. Maybe another, that was 7. Maybe we'll go to 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a little bit better. Unfortunately, this carrot farm is going to be right in the way. Oh my gosh, am I out of purple concrete? Very close to it. That feels like it could be about right. We'll just do it in the other direction as well. Grab some stone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's how I did it. I have to double check that. So that could be the potential base footprint that we're working with. And that will give me a good idea as to how close. I think I might have this shulker farm too close to what I want to do. So we'll have to work on that. That looks even, but I'd want to double check it. So from the corner, which we know is right, got 1, 2, 3. I guess I should count the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is the gap. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. All right. I keep on forgetting that I have to have a light block with me in order to see at night. Because we could just continue to work at night, but it's a lot harder to see, so we'll probably just go sleep. Can't even do the Discord thing Joel mentioned. So sometimes Twitch takes a little bit to actually make that connection. If you're still having trouble though, maybe reach out via DM, or are you just unable to log into Discord? Is that the issue? You need to put in your current password, right? So if it's a password thing, I can't help you there. But if it's a Discord Twitch thing, we can try to find like a help article or something. All of my temporary builds are too close. Dang it. Don't remember what this was for. And this is why I'm keeping all the mycelium, because as I fill in these spaces, there are going to be some lower levels that I'm going to need to bring up. This is just over by 1. And we were 2 above the ground on this thing. So that's 1 above the ground, 2 above the ground. So it would be even with this. Go out 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to say that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the pillar there. Oh, that's only 6? Is it easy to fly through? Ish. Feel like we could try 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just like dealing in odd numbers more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more blocks. This is going to get a lot uglier before it gets nicer. I can tell you that right now. Double check this. I think I have this right inside, but to make sure. Yep. I didn't realize that was going to line up with the beacon. That's cool. The timeless adage, trust the process. Yeah, it's hard at this stage to really show people what I'm thinking. I mean, I guess I do have like the concept art stuff that's been, you know, popping up on screen from time to time, but it's hard to sometimes translate that into Minecraft because some things that I take for granted is that as an artist, I've always had the ability to just like visualize. Like I can look at this giant empty space and think about what's going to be there, and I can see it in my head. There's a lot of people that just can't do that, which is one of the things that Minecraft is so good for because it's instant gratification. Like if you need to test what something looks like, you can just put the blocks in the world. The only thing that's going to take you is time. And so if you're not someone that can visualize things in space, then you can just make a mock-up, like do a Minecraft sketch essentially, which is kind of what I'm doing. Like I'm kind of just roughing out blocks that I want to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you, Cosmic. Yes, I will take a break in just a minute. Well, I'll take a break now because I'm out of stone. But you can sort of see the footprint coming together. I may want to make this bigger. I don't know. The good news is taking it down if I need to move it is really not going to be that difficult. There are going to be a lot of adjustments, I'm sure. Get this stone down and I'll move it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's stone right there. I should probably take that down now. Got my screenshot. Cool. I normally take a break once an hour, folks, and I'm going to do that now. So give me about 5 or 6 minutes. I'll be right back. So, Real Tropical, I put a link in chat to this article, which might help you connect your Discord and your Twitch, and anybody else at home that's looking to join the Discord via a Twitch sub. Then you can check out this site, which is just right up there. Pause for copying, and hopefully you'll get something that will help you connect them. The thing I do find is that there's usually a delay when things are happening live on stream. It's already connected. You have to wait. Yeah, you might have to wait. I want to say it's usually about a half an hour from when you actually get the sub, but I don't know what that delay is if you've not been connected at the time of sub. Like, there might be an extra delay there, so I'm not really sure. So once again, this feels very close to the building. Don't know if this is going to be the right way to do this. So 2 up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that far enough? Just. And this is why it pays to just keep all your blocks. You just never know when you're going to need them. Yeah, like that's empty now. Digital hoarding for the win? Yeah, can't complain. It beats having to go get material, that's for sure. It takes far less effort to just stay organized. Oh, that's at the wrong... No, that's the right level. Yeah, it takes less effort to stay organized and have the blocks than to be disorganized and let blocks go and then have to go collect more. Case in point. Oh, am I out of smooth stone? I'm out of smooth stone. Nothing there. I have to do this manually. a few. Let's do this. Don't know if I have enough coal. No. Okay, let's do it this way then. Actually, that doesn't need to be... That's good for backup. Let's just use these. Grab my pickaxe. I thought I had a netherite pick that was... Huh. I could have sworn that I had another netherite pick that was fortune. No, maybe not. Oh, get some levels maybe. It might have been one of the tools. I don't remember. I think it was because I was trying to get cobbled deep slate. Hope no one's scared of heights. So I very much need to start building out permanent infrastructure, like where to put the super smelter, all that stuff. Don't look down, exactly. We get a good view of the scale of the base up here anyway. And thanks, Silvery. I appreciate the compliment. It's one of the reasons why I only play Minecraft on stream is because I feel like because I don't do a lot of YouTube Let's Plays, like the only thing I do is post the VODs on Joel Duggan VODs. It's just nice to be able to showcase like the full building process. I don't remember how many items a coal block will smelt. I'll just leave those in here for now. $80? Okay, cool. So a little overkill, but I'm fine with that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Find another Mycelium shulker box. Technically a waste of coal to do a stack with a coal block. That's fair. I just didn't want to undercook it. I feel like I'm just constantly going back to do something. Sleep, get a thing, get a block, change a tool. Back and forth, back and forth. It's the only problem with building at scale. Oh yeah, if I had hoppers going into that'd be fine. I just wanted a quick solution. We've got more coal than we know what to do with. I'm not really too worried. I think if I do a speed potion, I can place blocks as fast as I can move. Yeah. And I'll take advantage and do some mining while I've got the speed potion for the next few minutes. Or not mining, but clearing. Cool. And then we can do this is here. So this might not be the final size, but you can kind of get an idea. And if that is the base of that, then you can see it's going to be even larger, which I think would be cool. So for scale, I think even just flying around. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Now, are there any places I guess I could fill this in too? Did I stop aiming? Yes, 100%. There's more stuff to clear. Okay, so we've got to worry about some of this stuff here. Take some of this out, I guess. Yeah, why not? Just when you thought we ran out of mycelium, we're now back to having stacks. Some of this down. So this is the kind of thing where if I was to do a lot of this, I would probably put on some music and just have like a chill evening stream and just go through and destroy a lot of stuff. I don't know if I did that on the modern city build. I feel like I did. Dusky Acres. Hello, hello. And we're back to being full. I have dirt? I do. Oh, there we go. I found a really fast bamboo farm. Smaller of the two versions, but bone meal takes a lot. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a bamboo farm like that one, but larger, or if I want to do a bone meal powered bamboo farm. Because you can just have an observer like spam bone meal, and it'll. Thank you. I will fix that. Sorry about that, folks. That hasn't happened in a while. It's a temporary build, but I don't want it to look too silly. Cool. I think that's a pretty decent looking square. It looks like it might be off a little bit. It could be just an optical illusion. It feels like it's narrower on the side, but I feel like I measured that right. Yeah, big moss farm, and still likely won't be able to feed the beast live. Yeah. Blue Crow, hello, how's it going? Yes, I've adjusted all of my streams. So my weekday streams are now starting at 9 a.m. Atlantic. What is the command? Is it just cam froze? Can't remember. Or just cam? There's probably a couple that do it. Yeah, I was thinking about doing it too. I think I'm gonna have multiple bamboo farms. I'm gonna have like a bamboo farm that just makes chests, and a bamboo farm that just makes what do we call it? It's like just makes planks for smelting. We'll do all that. Planks are a better ratio than raw bamboo. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what video I watched. I bookmarked it. But I watched somebody break it down, and essentially, because of how long bamboo planks take to smelt something, bamboo planks are like the best, not lossless, but like the best for your budget. Best bang for your buck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is a pretty cool mock-up for what could be like the base level entrances for a sci-fi base. I feel like that's a good size to start. And right away, obviously, a lot of our temporary builds are quite close to what I want to do here. So I'm going to take down a couple of things and move the ghast. Also, I've not checked this in a long time. Now we get a little bit more. I still haven't bothered to put the allays down in the farm either. I'll take that one. This is 9 stacks and 56. We've got 11 stacks and 26. So it's 11 stacks and 56. So we got 1 stack and 26. 1 stack and 26 plus 8. 1 stack and 32. $29, and I checked it at 11:38 a.m. Okay. What is next? I needed to take down this. Just an explanation. Potentially what I want to do for storage. I really need to look up a proper modern shulker box loader. I don't know if I'm going to use copper golems. I might. I will if I can put them far enough away that I can't hear them. I mean, I guess now that I have that mod, I could also control it that way, but I think I'd rather do it in a vanilla way. The only problem with doing the mock-ups with the concrete is that it does take a long time to remove. Even with a beacon, the frog lights are time-consuming to remove too. Well, that means we can sleep during the day. That's nice. There are so many box loader variants nowadays, and yet some YouTubers still propagate pre-113 designs that are now very lossy and hopper collision changed. What would be one that you would recommend, Morbo? Out of curiosity. Guess we'll just move you somewhere else. It's 5x5. I think I have a snowball in here. I do. Where'd the lead go? Hello? There it is. Man, he really drifts all over the place, doesn't he? You can almost outrun them. They're a little bit slow. Quick to disappear, though. Jeez. Yeah, these guys are annoying. I am not going to be using this very much, I don't think. That should be all we need to do there. Cool. I guess I can get rid of these. We were just trying to work out what scale letters had to be, but it looks like 5 wide by 7 tall is probably the best ratio. Tidies that up. I think I'm gonna leave the die planning thing up because I probably want to make sure that that is something I can follow as like a game plan. Redstone. Do we need another mycelium thing? No, I've got that there. Cool. Maybe we'll put these here where they make more sense. And I'll just leave these here in case I need to quickly smelt stuff. All the good storage are in a storage tech Discord. One screenshot that doesn't show everything. What day the pumpkin head mob start? Tomorrow? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember when the Halloween stuff starts. Dean, what's useful for high up stuff? I missed the first part of that. There's one on YouTube. Wormbo, thanks very much. I'm going to click on that right now. I'm going to pause it and then flip it over. So this is a shulker box loader. Very simple shulker box loader. The problem is for me, I'd have to adapt it to be something where I can show it. Why is the YouTube, they changed the graphics on YouTube, it's weird. So that's one of the more simple ones. I don't want the build tutorial, I just want to look at it. So comparator is reading the box. The torch is powering this. The barrel is where the shulker box ends up because there's a hopper underneath the comparator. And there's a torch on the back of the barrel. Why is there a barrel here? Oh, that's feeding something into there. What is it feeding in there? I mean, I'm sure the tutorial will tell me. But I'm just trying to think about what would be going into. Oh, empty boxes. So empty shulker boxes here. They go into the dropper. The dropper puts the empty box up the top. And then this is your item coming in. Right. Okay. Got it. Fair. That is pretty simple. I don't see that's simple if it's floating in the air, but if you want to incorporate that into a build, that's not great. It's also not a single slice, which is usually what I'm looking for. So, cool. Appreciate the share. I will definitely see what I can do to adapt that. I think what I like is I like looking at something like that, learning how it works, and then trying to make it work inside of one of my builds aesthetically. Speaking of, I added the waxed textures for inventory stuff for copper. So that should be a lot easier to track now. The problem is dispensed boxes are almost always upright. I'm sure I could figure it out. The thing is, like, I'm not limited for space, right? Like I've got a ton of space. I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to think about what I could do here for the last couple of minutes to try and sort this out. I guess I could remove some more of that land. I would like to figure out what calculations I need to figure out how big of a bamboo farm I need to make. Because one thing we could do over here, below here, there is a lush cave. And we could make, now that we know this is going to be so wide, we could put our rocket farm like somewhere in this rough vicinity. I don't want to put it right in line with the main road. I feel like having it off would be cool. But we could at least get something like that temporarily set up. Time flies when you're having fun. That's fair. So I think what I'd like to have is, like, I like this kind of stuff. Like, I like having this kind of access. I would be okay with it if it was single slices. So, for example, seeing as I got shulker boxes on me, if this was a shulker box full of bulk items, and then something up here was a shulker box full of items like, where's a good example? Something like this. So the top shulker box would look like this. It would have all kinds of stuff in it, manually probably maintained by me. Then the bottom part would have just this kind of a thing, like just raw blocks right down here. So this would be the thing that would be dispensed by, I guess, a dispenser. But then somewhere behind that, I'd have a shulker box loader filling that in. And then I guess I could also have like copper golems filtering that. Because like behind this, you could have a copper golem filter basically doing all this kind of stuff, right? I just don't know how much room I'd need. There's probably going to be some off-stream creative designing. I could do it on stream, I guess. Either way, let's just take some mining. We'll get rid of some more land here. This thing is obviously going to come down. Might as well start it. Get a clearer vision of what we want. There's a giant hole there. That's good to know. It would be nice to have some of those shulker boxes, and even just to do like a temporary auto loader to experiment with as I'm doing some of this land clearing, because I think we could probably use that rather than me manually filling things up. Although, I don't know if that's going to be faster or slower. Probably slower. Should probably fill this in now as best I can. There's something weird going on with the sound for the placement of blocks too. I don't remember turning this down, and it seems to be changing its volume. I'm not sure whether that's a 1.21 change or a 1.21.10, but it's interesting. I think that might be the faster way. Just going at things sideways. Players are always the fastest at filling boxes. That's fair. I guess it would just be a mind share thing where, like, if I didn't have to think about it. I mean, you could have like a quadruple hopper situation, right? That'd be kind of a fun thing to experiment with. Like a hopper minecart over hoppers. Or is that a chess boat? Maybe that's a chess boat that I'm thinking of. We made pretty quick work of that. As a player, you can basically move over 27 stacks at a time. The fastest practical automated box loader does 8x hopper speed. Right. There is a giant hole there. I like to try and keep these and make them into something interesting. Like, include some sort of geological vent or something in the world. I think that could be kind of fun. Well, how far is this across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's an easy circle to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, try that. I wish you could slide in Minecraft. Something I really like about Satisfactory is like sliding under belts and sliding under different things. Let's just go with here. See if I can remember how to do this off the top of my head. I feel like it's 5 on the corners. No, it's 3. Or am I right? I was right the first time. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate the heads up. Cool. It'd be just enough to kind of see from above, and I don't think I made that. That's not a perfect square or a perfect circle. It's a weird oval type shape. That's fine. We'll get the point across. Sleep for a second. We'll just take down the rest of this thing. Yeah, it's an oval. Technically. A big, ugly chunk of dirt. Careful not to destroy the shovel. Although netherite should be a little bit easier to come by now that we have new nether chucks. We could be able to kit things out a little bit easier. I'm trying to remember where on the server we have shulker box loaders. I think it's in the Wither skeleton farm. So I could always go take a look at those. Maybe I'll take a screenshot and ask the Discord whether they're completely out of date. Alright, this is a bigger chunk than I thought. I'll just put everything away. Sandy had some stuff to take care of today, so she wasn't able to make it. Plus my stream time changed again, so I've been moving the schedule around, so it's becoming a little bit more challenging, I think, depending on what's going on for people. That is no longer full. Getting there. We're using all of our levels on shulker boxes that are very uninteresting. I also realized I gotta harvest my cocoa beans too. The only thing I think I need brown dye for is just shulker boxes. I can't imagine dyeing anything brown in the actual design of this world right now. I'll grab that while I'm thinking about it. Not bad. That was 3 for every cocoa bean. Well, we'll be tearing down the temporary smelter, I think, next time, and try to figure out where to put something a little bit more robust. I may even put together a temporary moss farm just for bone meal. So, we added a couple more beacons, including one in the wrong spot. I'm going to move that over there. But we've got a foundation or a blueprint floor plan. I don't know. We're kind of experimenting with what we're potentially building, and I'm basing it off of, I think, this image here, I think is what we're going to do. I do like this one a lot, but angles are going to be really tricky. So I'd rather do something that's more like this if I'm going to do any angles. That's really cool too. We might incorporate a couple different things. I could see like this kind of a thing on top of this kind of a thing. So we'll have to see what I come up with. But for now, that's where I'm going to wrap things up. I am going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let's see who's live. We've got not very many people. Tanisha's live. Yeah, we'll raid Tanisha. We did that the other day. It seemed like a good place to land. I'm going to have to raid and run. I've got some meetings this afternoon, so I got to run. But thanks ever so much for being here. Thanks to the folks that followed today. Thanks for the subscriptions. If you do connect your Discord and your Twitch, make sure you say hi in the Discord. It's a fun community. I think you'll like it there. And if you want to just join the Discord without worrying about Twitch, check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's one of the best ways to support me here on stream. It's only $2 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, and I would very much appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning, Atlantic time. That's UTC minus 4 hours, at least for now. And it'll be switching when the time change happens this weekend. So just plan your trip, I guess, to my stream accordingly, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.